And we're going to start from scratch, which means literally starting with flour, a bit of water. So starting the starter will take a few days. We'll use some flour. You can use pretty much any flour. I'm going to use wholemeal flour, but rye flour or any kind of other flour works as well. And I'm just going to throw a bit of it into a bowl. Then you're going to add water, and it's important to add non-chlorinated water or dechlorinated water, whatever you want to call it. So if you live in the city, it's likely that you're going to be chlorine your water. So the simple trick is to put water in a bowl and let it stand for 24 hours so the chlor will evaporate. You want to get rid of that because we're trying to cultivate microbes, the wild yeasts and bacteria and whatnot, to start fermenting and start growing. And I'll add some water. Give it a big quick stir. After stirring for a bit, this is what we're aiming for. A substance that is thick enough to cling to the spoon, but also still runny, or at least liquid enough. From here on, it definitely does not get more difficult because we only have to stir the substance, the starter, for maybe once or twice every day for the next few days. Here is what the starter looks like after 4 days. You can see plenty of air bubbles, and I think that's one of the beauties of working with fermentation and live cultures. They're kind of flexible, so 3 days, 4 days doesn't make a difference. And so now you can see it's become alive, and you guys can't smell this, but I can smell it. It's starting to smell sour, and you kind of see the air bubbles that have been forming. So it's definitely alive and kicking. So the next step is to give it a good feed. And again, I'm using wholemeal flour, and I'm going to just add plenty of it, not weighing anything, just by sight, just by feel. And I'll add a bit of water, just like that, to give it a good mixture. And then just mix it all up. And this time you'll want to make the mixture less liquidy than the starter one. And I'll just take the crust and all of this goodness on the side, mix it all in, and see how it becomes a bit thicker. This is what we're after. And this is the next step. And from here on, we're going to let it ferment. I'll just give it a good few more mixes, but from here on we'll let it ferment. And tonight, hopefully, we'll be able to either bake a small bread with this, or we'll make pancakes or whatever, whatnot, something sourdough-ish.